Hi, and welcome to this episode of John's Motorcycle Rescue and Review. Alright guys, I've got another fun one for you. Today we're looking at 3 classic mid-size Suzuki motorcycle projects that I have completed here at the shop. I have restored quite a few classic motorcycles over the years. As we go through these bikes, I'll talk about my personal history with each of these machines, and then I'll include some ride video for each model so you can kind of get a sense for what these are like to ride out on the road. I have previously reviewed each of these bikes on this channel, and if you want to see a more in-depth review where I go over the specs of the bike and I do a ride portion with some ride commentary, you can click the link that appears with each bike as I go through it. I have also made playlists for each of these motorcycles. In those, you can view the progress that I've made on each one from the day that I purchased it until I had finished the project. The first classic mid-size Suzuki we'll be looking at is the 1981 Suzuki GS550 T. The GS550 T fit in Suzuki's lineup between the GS550L Cruiser and their GS550E, which was more the sport standard. As such, it combined features of both the L and the E model. It had more of a cruiser-style gas tank on it, and the riding position was also somewhere between the sportier E and the more cruiser-style L. The GS550T featured a snappy 2-valve per cylinder 4-cylinder motor, a 6-speed transmission, and chain final drive. This bike was a super low mileage, all original machine. It only had 2,700 original miles on it when I purchased it. This bike was a non-runner when I purchased it, so I went in and cleaned the carburetors. I also changed all the fluids in the bike, and the restoration process on this bike took relatively little time to get it back on the road and running 100% like it should. Let's see what it's like out on the road. Handling and turning is easy. Got an eager 4-cylinder motor. Very nice. The next motorcycle up is the 1982 GS650 G. The GS650 G featured a peppy 2-valve per cylinder 4-cylinder motor. It had a 5-speed transmission and shaft final drive. I absolutely love the styling on this motorcycle. I love the fact that this bike has a low maintenance shaft drive. It has dual disc brakes up front. It has adjustable suspension. And these were just a fantastic mid-size 4-cylinder motorcycle. When I purchased this motorcycle, it did run, but I still had to go through the process of changing all the fluids in the bike. I also synchronized the carburetors and had the original seat recovered. Let's see how it rides out on the open road.
almost effortless turn in. And serious performance on tap. That is nice. That pulls really, really cleanly and really hard.
The final bike in this video is Suzuki's 1982 GS750E. This was called the GSX750 in Europe. The GS750E featured a very smooth 16-valve 4-cylinder motor. It was the performance model of the GS750 line. It also had a 5-speed transmission and chain final drive. This motorcycle was honestly in pretty rough cosmetic condition when I purchased it, and it took me quite some time to go through this bike and to make it 100%. There was a lot of cleaning and polishing involved. I also had their seat recovered. I had to buy the side panels and badges for this bike and do pinstriping, in addition to the usual mechanical work that you have to do on a classic bike. In the end, I think this project turned out beautifully, and the finished product was a great looking, awesome riding machine. Let's check it out.
Well, she may be old, but she's not slow. Really picks up above 6,000 RPM. Yeah, very nice, very smooth power delivery.
All right, what a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I really enjoyed bringing these three classic Suzuki motorcycles back to life. I love making something better than it was when I originally got it. And there's always a sense of accomplishment when you rescue something that is a non-runner. As I said earlier, I have a playlist for each of these motorcycles on this channel where I have documented the process of restoration that I did on each one. As always, I hope you found this video entertaining and informative, and until next time, enjoy the ride.